Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is Power Play, and we're joined, as always, by Chris Uminski. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing quite well. Excited to talk a little bit of hockey on what's today? Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday afternoon.
Sure.
This will be coming out on Friday, but this at the time of recording is a Wednesday, and we're gonna get into it with a pretty old familiar face. Chris, who we're talking about?
We are talking about Joe Thornton, everybody.
Yes. So I actually obviously I knew of him, but not being a huge hockey fan, I didn't know how old he was, but he's an old man. This is going to be his 24th year. Where'd he sign?
So he signed with. He's an old man, so naturally he signed with Florida.
That's the
Florida,
move. Yeah.
The Florida Panthers, just like every other old athlete.
So he can go down there, he can play, get paid, and look for that, retirement home as he's.
He only signed a 1-year deal for I think $700,000.
Okay.
So it's a pretty small deal. It's looking like this may be his last year. There's been a lot, but he's just like Tom Brady. There's been rumors circulating for years, like, oh, he's getting pretty old. He's 38. Is he gonna retire? Nope. Oh, he's gonna be 40. Is he gonna retire?
Just never.
Yeah.
Doing it. Hey, and I'm sure Florida fans want to hear that because, like, hey, Brady came down here, he won a ring. Maybe we can win a ring. I guess it would have made more sense if he went to Tampa Bay than Florida.
Yeah. And he's in Miami. And the Panthers used to be a bad team, like one of the worst teams in the league. They still are. I think they sell the least tickets out of any other team. But the last couple of years, they've been kind of on an upward swing. And Joe Thornton, he's getting old, but he can still play, which
Could be. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was just gonna say it's not just like a vanity signing. This could be an actual signing that gets them to go places. Is what you're saying?
It could be, and he's definitely going to be great for that locker room. He was the captain of the Bruins for years, and then when he left the Bruins, he went to San Jose and was a captain over there. And so he's going to be a great person to have in that locker room. Psych up the team, help lead them to where they need to be so that they can get better. They made the playoffs this past year, which is, I think, the best that they've done. Don't quote me on that, but they've been on an upward swing, and adding Joe Thornton to that roster is going to definitely be a plus for them.
Right, and they were eliminated by Tampa Bay, right?
Yes.
In the playoffs.
The rare battle of Florida in the NHL playoffs.
Look at me. This is all thanks to you, Chris. I would have no idea about anything about hockey if we weren't doing these talks, but now I am somewhat engaged. I somewhat know what's going on. So yeah, this would be interesting. Obviously, it's kind of fun when these players hang on for a long time. I think we've talked about Jaromir Jagr just still playing out in some European place. Yeah, just still going out there doing his thing. So it's exciting. It's fun times. Fun story for Joe Thornton. We wish him the best of luck down in Florida.
Yes.
All right, so now from Florida all the way to his original team, the Boston Bruins, who drafted. We were talking before. They drafted him in 1997. For those of you who want to know how old Joe Thornton is, and we were like, I wonder what movie was number one at the box office. Men in Black, a classic, as far as I'm concerned.
First one.
Yeah, the very first one. So his little time. So yeah, Chris, what's happening with the Bruins?
So the Bruins have a couple of new coaches.
Okay.
And everyone in Bruins Nation, we're very excited about this. It's not just because we needed new assistants, which, I mean, if you ask me, I don't think we necessarily needed to replace them. But the guys who we have coming in are Adam McQuaid and Chris Kelley, who are both former players. Chris Kelley played fairly recently. I think in just the last couple of years is when he retired. And they're already bringing him back as a coach. Adam McQuaid, of course, was a huge part of the 2011 Stanley Cup team. So I think it's going to be very cool to have them back as coaches.
Yeah, no, definitely. For me, Adam McQuaid was one of my favorites when he was here. Just very tough nosed type of a real hockey player, a real like for someone who's me who's like a very casual fan, is someone I could latch onto and be like, that guy gets in fights. I like that guy.
It really says something if the football guy knows who Adam McQuaid is. That's how
exactly.
big of a deal it is that he's coming back.
Right. Oh man. So what are your thoughts on having these guys back? What do you think they add to the coaching staff?
Well, it's going to be an interesting dynamic that they're going to have with the team because both of them have played with players that are still on the team.
That's a good point.
Like Patrice Bergeron and Brad Marchand were also on the 2011 team with Adam McQuaid. Chris Kelley was on with even some of the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to be interesting to see the perspective that they bring. Whereas Bruce Cassidy, he's been coaching for a while, and I love his coaching style. But I think bringing on Adam McQuaid and Chris Kelley is going to help him connect with the players on an even more personal level than he already has. They're going to be able to maybe bring in some new techniques that Coach Cassidy doesn't use. And I think all around, they're both great hires.
Yeah, no, I think, like you said, it'll be a good way to kind of bring the team closer together, having some familiar faces in there, and good hire for the fans to see players who they liked, come back and remain a part of the organization. I think that's always like well received when any pro team does that. You know what I mean?
And I think these two guys in particular, I feel like it's sending a message too that we want to. When both McQuaid and Kelley were players, they were tough. They were hitting players. They were getting into fights. They were just very aggressive on the ice. So I'm wondering if this is a message like we want to bring back the big bad Bruins.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I think that could be great. So yeah, we'll see. Obviously, we'll track it as it goes on. Chris, any other stories on your radar for this week?
No stories in particular. I do just want to say one thing. This Saturday, I am playing guitar and singing at an event in Brookline, in which I am told a number of current and former athletes from all the Boston teams are going to be making appearances. The only ones I know for sure are both Gronkowskis.
Oh, hey, that's fucking awesome. So, what? Just one more time. What night was that?
That was Saturday night. The event starts at 2. I'm playing from 7 to 8, and that is going to be at the Hamilton in Brookline, Mass.
All right, so if you're in the area, go check Chris out there. This will be airing on Friday, so if you're listening to this the day it comes out, tomorrow is when this is happening. And if you listen to it Saturday morning, then it's that day. And if you listen to it Sunday, I don't know what to tell you. You got to check out our videos sooner. You got to hit the bell icon, get notified. Exactly. All right, Chris, where can they find you online?
You can find me on Twitter, Chris_Uminski. I'm always tweeting about hockey and the Bruins and making fun of the Maple Leafs. All sorts of good stuff on my Twitter.
All right, go follow him there for some hockey talk. You can follow me on Twitter at TheFakeBMar, this BMARR. Channels on Twitter at WickedGoodSport or at WGEverything. Instagram, WickedGoodEverything. Twitch at twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything. This channel is WickedGoodSports. Help us get to 100 subscribers so we can get that custom URL. It would mean a lot to us. The main channel is youtube.com/WickedGoodEverything. That's more comedy, gaming content. If you're into it, check it out. And we have, of course, our podcast channel, Better Radio. Check that one out as well. I've plugged everything. I didn't mess it up, I don't think, this time, so it's always good. And have a great weekend. Chris, thank you so much for your time. And
thank you, Brian.
We will see you in the next one.